Hello there. I'm here to show you a wonderful place. A veritable Camelot, the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man.
Can I start off this video by saying how not only is Fallout simply a good show overall, good TV show overall, but it's also an amazing video game adaptation. Now saying that, I know that comment is very subjective and everyone is entitled to their own opinions. So again, if you have your own thoughts and opinions, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to these sort of talks about things I like and don't like. Now this video is about something I do like, which is Fallout. One thing about me with Fallout is the game franchise. I didn't grow up with it really, so I don't know about those old retro games and those, even some of the recent ones. Like I didn't even touch 76. Like I didn't even touch that. But I played a few minutes of Fallout 4, so that's all my knowledge regarding this franchise. But again, I think I just seen the trailer pop up for the show, and I was like, I'll give it a go. And lo and behold, checking out my Prime, I see it show up, and I started watching it, and I was hooked. Again, starting with, I think what helped this show really take off for me, get really invested in it, is that it's not its own show. It's not its own universe in the franchise. Like most shows, like they have their own incarnations of characters and their own like lore, and it's like no. If it works, why not just intertwine it? Especially when you're trying to create a world building universe, and it really helps, especially when it kind of ties in, not directly, but some of the references and Easter eggs. Some of them I caught on immediately just from the first couple hours I played I lied. First couple minutes playing Fallout 4, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's really good. And then some of the stuff I didn't catch on immediately, I eventually did catch on because once the series was done, I just was watching a bunch of videos on Fallout because it was really interesting to me. And again, I'm not saying I'm a big Fallout person, but it's just really, really cool seeing how deep some of the lore can go with Fallout, and the show really took a snap at it, but not making it so like if you didn't play the games, you were left out. Like it really had a balance where if you knew the stuff, you knew the stuff. If you didn't know the stuff, well, you're gonna know it now, especially with they had some really good teasers with, again, the whole ending, and then some of the references and callbacks was really cool. Again, the three main characters was just fantastic. It was just amazing, and the fact that they integrated, not directly, again, you can't make a game into a show without changes, but I like how amazing main character Lucy, we'll call her, she's literally running into every NPC and getting herself into mischief, and I think that's just really cool, and it's really funny seeing some of them interact, and with Maximus and the Ghoul, like especially the two main leads, they're just really funny at times, and they balance well off each other, which is, again, if your characters in a show, in a TV game show, or just in any television show in general, if they aren't likable and they don't play off each other, they're not, what's the point? And I think they really did well, especially how we didn't just get them together immediately. They were kind of had their own story, which kind of helps integrate, especially when it's a big wasteland and they still manage to because of a head, they still managed to do it all and meet and interact, and I think that's so cool. Again, I thought at first I thought Maximus's story was the weakest at first, but I also thought it was the strongest because not knowing about the whole genre of like wasteland nuclear warfare and that whole genre, I thought Maximus was just so like out of touch with everyone. Like his interaction with some of the people in the show was like, if you had simply said something or had just had a discussion, you wouldn't be in that situation. But I don't know, he was kind of weak until he met up with Lucy, then he became a really fun character. But seeing how, again, characters, how characters are in Fallout, like that's how a character would be in a nuclear situation, and he's dedicated to the cause. He doesn't like what he sees, and he wants to change. And I don't know, I think he's been put through a lot, and I think I was wrong initially about him. And again, those two run off each other really a bit too much. But it's always fun. And the ghouls, let's not forget about the ghoul. The ghoul had his amazing story on his own, and then when he was with those other two characters and other characters in general, he was still a bunch of fun. And bro, that whole scene with Lucy and the ghoul, and spoiler alert, I thought that was really cool how he didn't fully turn around, but he looked back. He was like, checking. He's like, what's she gonna do? And I thought that was a really tense scene. I don't know, it's something subtle. I don't even know. There's better examples in the show with interactions, but that scene always hit me a little bit, because he's like, will she become like him in a way? I don't know. I kind of just recently just watched a clip on its own, and I kind of went with it. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments your favorite scenes in the show. But again, good show. Let's talk about how good show this is. Let's talk about how much of a good show this is. Lucy McClane is an amazing character. Not only is she just that perfect template for like what you expect the Vault Dweller to be, she's a growing person whose interactions only make her, again, a better character. Like she's not perfect, bro. She's learning. She's not good with interactions immediately. Like just look at her first interaction outside the vault. She has the most polite demeanor, waving at the guy with a gun in her other hand. Like that's so Lucy. And she's just fun, and that's what I like about it. It's just not too dark. It's not too overly meta. It's not too like making fun of anything. It's just, this is a character. This is a person. This is Lucy McClane. And then again, with her dynamic in the show and how she has to go about stumbling through a plot trying to find her father, like she's always gonna run into trouble. And that's basically what Fallout is, and they captured that perfectly. Thank you guys. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions on the show. Again, also let me know in the comments what movies or shows you want me to check out as well. I think if for 5 likes, I'll do one on something in the comments. Let me know in the comments and I'll do it. But thank you guys, and see you.